the St. Paul Secondary and Primary Schools in Seremban, and the Chunghua High School, and SRJK Chihua also in Seremban. The total contributions to these schools come to almost 3 million ringgit. In addition, the foundation has contributed to one is 150,000 ringgit to the Kuala Lumpur Performing Arts Center, 350,000 ringgit to the Montfort Youth Center in Malacca, 400,000 ringgit to the Henry Gurney School, also in Malacca, 82,000 ringgit to the NSTP School's sponsorship program, 200,000 ringgit to Yayasan Negeri Sembilan. It was pledged, but not paid yet, but I'm sure it'll be paid. I wonder why they put it there. It will be paid. We got a lot of balance left. Over 3 million paid to date for the ongoing study loan program. Your Dr. Sri, ladies and gentlemen, it is the hope of the Board of Trustees that the beneficiaries of the Foundation's loans, grants, and scholarships will have the opportunity to excel and become citizens who will in turn contribute to society. Who knows, maybe among them there will be others who, like these three gentlemen, will also set up their own foundations and make their own mark in society. For us, it suffices to know that the foundation has given them a chance, and we hope that they will take this chance and turn their dreams into reality. Once again, I would like to accord my highest appreciation to Your Dr. Sri for having graced this occasion. Also like to thank all who have helped us in one way or another to make this occasion a success. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Tan Sri Dr. Azman Hisham. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to invite Yang Berhormat Dr. Sri Hishamuddin Hussain to deliver the address on behalf of Yang Amat Berhormat Dr. Sri Abdullah bin Haji Ahmad Badawi, and thereafter officially launch the foundation in his name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yang Berhormat Dr. Sri Hishamuddin Hussain.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera saya ucapkan kepada para hadirin yang saya hormati sekalian. Sahabat saya yang berhormat Datuk Dr. Maximus Ongkili, Menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri, yang saya hormati Tan Sri Azman Hashim, dan juga ahli lembaga pemegang amanah kepada Yayasan ECM Libra, Datuk Kalimullah, Tan Sri, Datuk-Datuk, tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang saya hormati sekalian. Saya berdiri di hadapan tuan-tuan dan perempuan merasa begitu bangga dan terharu. Pertamanya mewakili Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri dalam satu majlis yang amat bermakna. Pelancaran yayasan yang saya tahu dah lama bergerak, dan selama ini saya pun tahu secara peribadi bahawa Datuk Kalimullah dan rakan-rakan telah banyak menyumbang kepada usaha kita untuk mengangkat pendidikan di negara kita. Keduanya, saya rasa begitu terharu dan bangga kerana bukan mudah dapat sekali-sekala mewakili Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri. But Datuk Kali, please give me more notice than just 10 minutes. Sememangnya Yang Amat Berhormat nak sangat bersama-sama dengan kita. Nak sangat bersama-sama dengan kita sehingga Paklah pegang ucapan dia sehingga dah memang tak boleh lagi datang ke sini. Baru dia fax kepada saya. Jadi ucapan ni sampai dalam perjalanan saya masuk dalam Dewan. Jadi hari ini saya berdiri di hadapan tuan-tuan dan perempuan mewakili Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri, but I must stress that I do not represent my deputy Hairi to apologize on his behalf to MCA. Tuan-tuan dan puan yang saya hormati, ucapan yang berhormat Perdana Menteri. The timing for today's event is rather special. In another 3 days, we will celebrate our 49th year of independence, which I am sure will cause us to reflect on what we have achieved since that magical moment on the 31st of August 1957. If the truth be told, I am certain that many of us will agree that we have come a long way during Malaysia's formative years. The country was not unlike an infant trying to throw off the paternalistic shackles of colonialism. We were trying to forge a common identity in diversity, and above all, we were trying to survive as a nation that few during our inception thought that we'd be successful in doing. Indeed, the trials and tribulations that we have faced have made us a strong nation of determined people who have done relatively well in a world that is ever challenging. Nevertheless, we must acknowledge that we have not come this far by being content just sitting on our laurels. In this respect, it is my hope that all Malaysians fully realize that we must continuously adapt ourselves to a constantly changing world in order to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I am certain that it is common knowledge to all of you here today that one of the stated aims of my administration is to further build upon the solid fundamentals laid down by the founding fathers of our beloved nation. As have I said, our national mission is to take Malaysia to the next stage, that of being a fully developed nation by the year 2020. Thankfully, I am not starting from a low base in order to achieve our stated objectives. Through the contributions and sacrifices of our past leaders, we have today first-class infrastructure and a relatively good human resource pool. This helps pave the way for development of current and future generations. But in my view, we have to continue building on these foundations if we are serious about achieving the aims of Vision 2020. Hence, it is imperative that we continue to develop our domestic human capital. The government places great emphasis on this and has made raising the capacity for knowledge and innovation, as well as to nurture first-class mentality, one of the 5 thrusts of the national mission. It is only by developing human capital that we will be able to stay in pace with the developed world, as well as to remain ahead of other emerging markets, and to ensure that our country continues to enjoy the benefits of development. In short, the quality of our human capital will be a key determinant in ensuring Malaysia's success as a knowledge-based economy. It is my sincere belief that the only way to ensure effective human capital development is through the availability and access to quality education and also of skills training. This is the main rationale for education receiving the largest allocation under the 9th Malaysian Plan. Here, I wanted to stop to say that that allocation will be increased. But since I don't have that mandate, and Max tried very hard to increase his allocation, well, I think we better watch out first lah. Whether wakil ke tak wakil, tak berani saya nak umumkan peruntukan yang lebih untuk kedua-dua kementerian kita. Nevertheless, as my education minister will tell you, I repeat that, okay? As my education minister, Datuk Hishamuddin Tun Hussein On, will tell you, we need all the help we can get from every individual. Corporate sponsors, politicians, everybody who seems to be a stakeholder in this vision will have to come on board to make it a success. In this respect, I am encouraged by the fact that there are still many charitable Malaysians who are willing to help the government in developing the requisite human capital. For example, I am made to understand that the founders of ECM Libra have set aside almost 70% of their personal wealth to establish this education foundation. In order to give assistance to fellow Malaysians by equipping themselves with the right skills and knowledge to realize that vision that we share together. I have been informed that the foundation has funded and built various resource centers, classrooms, computer labs, as well as provided loans and scholarships to needy students from primary right up to tertiary levels. In addition, the foundation is also supportive of arts and also of sport. This is indeed in line with the objectives of my government to provide a well-rounded education for all Malaysians. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to commend the 3 founders of ECM Libra for their efforts in assisting needy and underprivileged Malaysians obtain a quality education. I've always believed that all Malaysians have a role to play in ensuring our development agenda is successful. Of course, the government will take the lead role, but individuals and corporations can accelerate our progress by contributing to the community in which they operate. It is important that those of us who have, by the grace of God, managed to accumulate a measure of material wealth, share our good fortune with those who are indeed and also in need of assistance. God willing, good deeds will not go unrewarded. It is therefore with great sense of appreciation that I officially launch the ECM Libra Education Foundation. I wish the foundation the highest level of success in the hopes that it will continue to be able to assist other Malaysians meet their aspirations. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Sri. Could you kindly remain on stage for the official launch of the ECM Libra Foundation, and may I also invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim and the founders, namely Yang Berbahagia Dato' Kalimullah Hassan, Mr. Lim Kian On and Mr. David Chua to join Dr. Sri on stage, please. Dr. Sri, could you kindly step towards the launching panel and place your palms upon the sphere? The launch of the ECM Libra Foundation. Thank you, gentlemen. And could I request that you please remain on stage for the mock check presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, now that the foundation has been launched, we would like to invite the following recipients for the mock check presentation. They represent the major beneficiaries of the foundation in the past 2 years. I would firstly like to call upon Mr. Koh Hong Yin, the principal from SMK Methodist Boys School, Penang, to receive the check of 490,000 ringgit. The contribution was used to upgrade teaching and learning facilities in the school, including the purchase of computers, the renovation of the library and classrooms, and construction of a multimedia laboratory. Next, I would like to call on Brother Felix Donahue of the LaSalle Provincialate on behalf of SMK and SRK St. Paul, Seremban, to receive a check of 1 million ringgit. The contribution is for the construction of a multi-purpose school hall for the secondary school and the extension of the primary school library. Next, can I call on Mr. Lee Pao Wing, Principal of Chenghua High School, Seremban, to receive a check for 535,000 ringgit. The contribution was mainly used by Chenghua High to renovate and convert 6 classrooms into smart learning classes. It's anticipated that by 2009, all classes in this 93-year-old school will be fully converted into smart classes. I will now further call upon Mr. Tai Hui Wah, retired headmaster of SRJK Chihua Seremban, together with Mr. Lee Ping Chong, the current headmaster, to receive a check of 163,000 ringgit. The contribution was mainly used to upgrade infrastructure and improve teaching and learning facilities. Mr. Tai, the retired headmaster, was instrumental in seeing through this project prior to his retirement. Now call upon Yang Berhormat Dr. Maximus Onkili on behalf of Yayasan Sabah to receive the check for 1.5 million ringgit. The contribution is towards the sponsorship of the Isan Scholarship Program undertaken by Yayasan Sabah, which is designed to assist the less fortunate students in secondary schools in Sabah. Lastly, I would like to call upon Tuan Haji Darussalam bin Buding of Jabatan Penjara Malaysia to receive the check for 400,000 ringgit on behalf of Henry Gurney School. The contribution was to sponsor non-academic programs for the benefit of juveniles in the Henry Gurney Rehabilitation Centre. Can we kindly have all the recipients once again in front of the stage for a photo opportunity? Thank you very much, recipients. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim to present a token of appreciation to Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Hussein, who will receive it on behalf of Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Abdullah bin Haji Ahmad Badawi, the Prime Minister. Thank you, Dr. Sri Hishamuddin, Tan Sri Azwan Hashim, Dr. Kalimullah Hassan, Mr. Lim Kian On, and Mr. David Chua. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and members of the media, with that we have come to the end of today's event. Thank you very much for joining us. Our guests are cordially invited to adjourn outside for refreshments, and meanwhile there will be a press conference in the Sabah Anteroom by our guests of honor. Thank you very much for joining us today. Good evening.